the guy who invented this thing in 1968, this is how he wanted it. We had to reverse engineer everything. It was a challenge to say the least. When I was about 5 years old, my dad used to drive us past one of these. And then later on in life, I made it a mission of mine to try and obtain one. So for those of us who are over 30 years old, you might remember this bad boy. Hey guys, I'm Nick McCoy. Welcome to my Futuro House. Let's go check it out. Okay, welcome to the interior of the Futuro House. A lot of people ask me if there's anything I'd change about this kitchen, and I always say no because it's perfect the way it is, and it's original from the 1960s, so no, I wouldn't change a thing. So this is the rounded fiberglass bench top that's original. It goes with the entire curvature of the entire room. There's something organic about the way it just flows around and the smoothness of the fiberglass, and I just love it. So there is storage in here. I actually made these out of signboard that we bent around to go with the curvature of the building. A little bit of storage, nothing crazy, but more than adequate for holidays and keeping some pots and pans and things like that. So the windows are exactly the same shape as the entire building, and there's 16 of them, and they go all the way around. They're just incredible. They're massive, and you can look out and see everything. It's an incredible view. The flooring is like a really perfect little rounded piece as well that like flows onto the carpeted area. You've got this awesome little red fridge. As a holiday home, it's more than adequate, and people aren't coming here every day with like, you know, weeks and weeks of groceries. So that's perfectly sized for that. You can cook in here if you want to, but it's an Airbnb, and this is a historic piece of art really. So outside, there's a full different space. It has a like traditional kitchen, and most people choose to use the kitchen in the other room outside. And then we've got all of the 1970s retro containers and all this other retro stuff that goes with the theme of the Airbnb, and everyone seems to love it. So here we are in the main living room area of the Futuro House. It really is just one giant space with dividing walls. So the entire building is self-supporting. There is no supporting beams or anything like that to hold the structure up, and it's incredibly efficient in design and strength. It can handle massive snow load, it can handle huge wind, it can even float if there's a tsunami or something like that. There's a reason why the carpet's red, the roof is purple. It's because Matti Suuronen, the guy who invented this thing in 1968, this is how he wanted it. This couch is absolutely massive. I've actually had about 20 people sit on this couch. This whole place was designed to be almost like a meeting area. When you've got your friends and family or whoever it is around here, you can all just be on this couch, just sitting back and just chilling out and having a good time. All under here, we've got all of the storage for the board games and anything else that people want to put under there when they're staying here. The lighting is Verno Pantone. These are like original 1968 lamps, and there's these awesome purple curtains that just pull across here, and if you want it to be dark in here during the day or at night for privacy, you just pull them along and it's like a big cocoon in here. All around here we've got all the retro televisions that I really wanted to showcase and let people see the real 1960s and 70s and not just like replicas and stuff like that. So yeah, all of the stuff in here is genuine museum quality retro pieces, and I love that, and everyone else loves it too. My Futuro House was built in 1974 for the 1974 Commonwealth Games here in Christchurch, New Zealand. It's been a lifelong passion of mine to actually get one of these. So what drew me to the Futuro House was really just when I was about 5 years old, my dad used to drive us past one of these. I used to like pester my dad all the time, oh, you know, take us past the UFO house, and he would. And then later on in life, after Christchurch went through a massive earthquake, I saw one of these again, and it survived this massive earthquake. And I thought to myself, wow, that building must be something special. So I made it a mission of mine to try and obtain one, and that led me down a rabbit hole of craziness, and I managed to obtain 5 of them. So when I first purchased the thing, it was used as a fishing hut on the west coast of New Zealand. So it's been a massive, massive deal. There's been helicopters involved, there's been massive trucking companies, there's been absolute chaos, to be honest. Yeah, completely had to rebuild everything from the ground up. It was literally just a big round white room with a floor in it, and that's it. and I just followed old photos and designs from Matti Suuronen from the 60s, and I think I achieved a pretty good result for not having been there myself. I'm just so proud of it. You know, this one here is my baby, and also the other ones that I managed to purchase are now in museums being enjoyed by people all over the world and looked after by some amazing people, and I'm really proud of that. So one of the challenges we had with doing this whole thing is that you've got to build this round wall with a round door. It was an absolute nightmare to build in this round space. So the reason that this is all like this is exactly how Matti Suuronen, the designer, did it originally. But unfortunately, when he did it, it was made out of fiberglass panels with molds that they would have had back then. And we didn't have that, so we had to reverse engineer everything. It was a challenge, to say the least. And I'm super proud of what we actually managed to achieve. Me and my friend Jason, I went with a little 32-inch flat screen so that it's not the main focus point on this like beautiful round curved wall. We've also got original furniture from Luigi Kalani, this beautiful egg chair that opens and closes like this, and just, you know, some amazing retro games and things like that. Welcome to the master bedroom in the Futuro House. It's not the biggest thing in the world, but it does have 2 beds in it. And the cool part is that you can pull the bed out and it literally makes it this big. So the reason that the bed can go in and out is that if you want to get changed in here, you can pull this curtain down and it gives you a little area. So when the bed is fully pulled out, it's probably a large queen, maybe even a king size. It's an unusual shaped thing. So I had to custom make everything in this, but the rolling mechanism is not original at all, but we decided to add that just because it's cool. And I think Matti Suuronen would have liked it. Yeah, so like the rest of the house, there's these fiberglass shelving units and you can store stuff all the way under here. In some of the Futuros in Finland, they had bunk beds in them, and we decided just to replicate that for this one. So the New Zealand Futuro houses, to meet regulation, they needed to have opening windows in every room. So the kitchen, the lounge, and both bedrooms and the bathrooms all have opening windows. So you just open them up to have some airflow in here and get a bit of fresh air. But all the other Futuro houses in the world actually don't have that, so it's a New Zealand thing. All right, here we are in the second bedroom of the Futuro house. So this bedroom comes right off the main foyer and then the main entrance stairs. So you come straight up the stairs and to the right, and boom, you're in the first bedroom. This is a single bed, and then on top is a very small single for small kids. So this bed here is a little bit higher than the bed in the master bedroom because the bed in the master bedroom rolls through the wall and then stores itself under this one. You got the same storage all here underneath, and if there's no one sleeping up the top here, you can put your bags or whatever else up the top. Here we are in the bathroom of the Futuro house. It has a toilet, a shower, and a vanity. Has everything you need. The vanity is absolutely massive, to be honest. It's got your lighting and a cool wee shower curtain. My favorite part about the bathroom is that it's just a little wet room with a shower and a toilet and everything all in one, and then you can just hose the whole thing down and it's clean. Turns into like a wee sauna because it's fully waterproof, so when you've got the door closed and the shower on, it's just like a big steam room in here. So this is an Airbnb. It's called Area 51 Futuro House Resort. The whole reason I did it was because I wanted people to be able to come into one of these and experience what it felt like to be in the 1960s in a Futuro house, and all of the retro memorabilia and just the unusual way of living that Matti Suuronen wanted people to experience. On top of that, you get all of the modern comforts that come with living in 2023. And you also get a pool, a spa, a sauna, outdoor showers, games room, and beautiful landscape grounds. The lighting at night looks like Avatar or something like that. It's like being in a little magical land, or like Disneyland for adults. It's got a real sense of like wonder to it. All the kids and everyone that comes here really loves it. And I'm just so proud of the place. I hope that you can come and check it out yourself as well. Okay, welcome to the outside of the Futuro home. As you can see, it does look like a giant 1950s version of a UFO spaceship kind of thing. It actually wasn't meant to look like a UFO at all. Matti Suuronen designed it with pure mathematics in mind, to do with like snow load, wind and all this other stuff. And it just so happens that the golden ratio that he found happens to look like a UFO. So these were built as a prefabricated house. It was easy to move and construct. The whole fiberglass dome sits on this round metal supporting legs so that you can build it anywhere by extending the legs at the front or the back so you can be on the side of a sloping hill or something like that. So all of the sewage and water just goes down the legs and then down into the ground and into a septic tank just over there. So these are the entrance stairs. They're electronic with the red and green button on the outside that you can push and they go up and down. So this is the pool area. We've got the swimming pool, spa pool, outdoor shower, Canadian steam sauna and a changing room so you can leave all your towels and your swimming clothes and stuff in there. So for those of us who are over 30 years old, you might remember this bad boy. I can't remember, I think it was Officer Big Mac from McDonald's from the 1970s and 80s. I saw this on the New Zealand version of eBay called Trade Me, and I had to have it because I wanted this place to be nostalgic for people when they came here and get that feeling of like magic and wonder that you get as a child, and it's a massive hit with the whole property and everyone loves it. To complement the Futuro house, we've got the games room over here. It's got a modern kitchen, bathroom, arcade games and everything you can imagine inside of there, and it's just a bit more traditional and has a bit more space for storage and cooking and things like that. Just modern comforts that you didn't really get in the Futuro house in 1968. If you want to check me out on social media and check out the Futuro house, my Instagram is Nick McQuaid UFO Resort, or just Google Area 51 Futuro House Resort on Google and you'll see everything you need to see. Come and check it out, guys, you won't regret it. This is the best Futuro house in the world and I'll be here to meet you and greet you.